This is good enough. Okay, so this session we're recording now. This session is a new mini session series where there's been a lot of lead up where a plane has been experiencing lots of not technical trouble, but lots of trouble. And the new champions have heard the distress call from the captain of the plane. And as they've been landing, there have been sonic booms inside the plane. The passengers are knocked unconscious. The captains, protected by the solid doorway, have been able to land the plane. A lot of the other lead in this scenario was that once they landed, the person or the super that caused we assume caused these sonic booms has come in and started making demands. They're searching for somebody. They keep calling out, "Where are you, Rogers? Where are you, Rogers?" And the captain in the front of the plane has been making kind of distress communications with ground control. Ground control informs them very quietly, stay in the plane, don't depart, give it 30 minutes. And then the very last communication that happened with ground control to the captain in the plane was a whispered, "Viper's en route. You've got just a couple of seconds once they get there to get off the plane. You know, kind of God bless y'all. There's nothing we can do for the passengers." And then the real question to the new champions is: are you going to try to get there and try to save these people? Try to figure out what's going on. I'm going to give each person a couple of minutes in kind of a round robin to explain their individual character goals for this session, so that each of the folks that are watching can know what motivates those folks that we've got with us. There are a couple of players that we have with us today, and I'll ask them to make some introductions and position themselves where they are on the table, what they look like, and what they're motivated by. So what we're going to do right now, for those that are watching the stream, or not the stream, but the video, is we're going to actually go to this airport. And we'll get started. Okay, so the first person that'll get a chance to make their own introduction and talk a little bit about what they're doing will be XO. XO, are you in a place to make an explanation, or is this something that you would prefer to go a little bit later on, given your character line? XO, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I should unmute. That always works better. This is EXO's debut appearance in Millennium City. He is quite literally a brand new hero. He recently stole the quantum exoskeleton suit that he wears from Viper. He thought he was working for Primus, wanted to do some good stuff, and kind of got recruited in. I've been working on this project for quite some time, for years, like 3 years or so, 4 years, and found out a little too late that they weren't really Primus. And so he decided to destroy everything that had to do with this project except the suit itself, and he used that to escape. He was able to... someone tried to stop him using other experimental technologies that backfired on them and kind of destroyed the person trying to stop him, so that no one could even recognize the body. So he pinned his own death, kind of faked his own death with that body, and took off. So he's kind of on the lam right now, but he has a girlfriend that's flying in from Mexico City, and he has been listening. He can listen to radio over his quantum network, and he heard the distress calls on this plane, and so he is already at the airport waiting for the plane to land, and then realizes that this is the same flight that his girlfriend is on. So he's very worried about it. He went ahead and ducked into one of the restrooms and as quickly as he could, changed into his little outfit, which is really just a Men in Black kind of suit with a kind of a black hood, a spandex kind of hood that goes over his head to disguise his face. And so now he's going to try to figure out how to get out on the tarmac because he, increased security in the airport and all. His current plan is to maybe dive into the baggage return area and then climb down that chute and all that, and eventually get back out onto the tarmac because he knows he can't get out the normal doors unless he busts it, breaks through it. He might end up doing that too if the baggage claim area doesn't prove fruitful. So that is XO.
Awesome, thanks. The next person that's going to get to introduce Maximum Resistance, we've seen you in several of these. Where are you in this scene, and what do you look like, and what are your motivations?
Well, I would be arriving on scene due to the communications chatter that I've heard regarding Rogers and the connection with our recently befriended police officer, and want to know more about this bounty hunter that apparently is not a bounty hunter. I will be coming in my full blue power suit. Basically, my force field is all blue, so I look all blue. And wanting to know more about the situation and making sure casualties stay at a minimum.
Okay, where are you going to be appearing? So XO's coming through the baggage claim, I assume, is going to be one of these little areas, coming down where the baggage comes out. But where will you be Maximum Resistance coming out?
We'll probably show up on top of the airport so that I can get a view of things while I listen to the radio chatter.
Okay.
And looking for a means of ingress into the plane, whether it's through the baggage compartment or if I can get a good view through the windows to maybe teleport inside the plane. So looking for a way to get in.
Okay, cool. I'm going to ask for each of you all to make perception rolls in a moment as you come out to well position yourself in a way that doesn't immediately, right? These folks that are going to be on the scene, Viper's already en route, already there before you. And it'll be to try to make sure you aren't just bustling in to their view. Wild Thing, again, we have seen your character in action, making several different heroic incursions at the police station and other places. Where are you here? What do you look like? Where are you going to be positioned, and what are your motivations?
Okay. First thing, you're going to have to give me permission again. My character was on the other screen thingy, and yeah, she's still there. So I need to grab her again. Thanks. Okay. She looks normal. Basically, in other words, she's not in any kind of disguise or anything like that. Her purpose in this case is, one, to get all of those humans off of that ship unharmed, and to figure out what the deal is with Serrano.
Oh yes.
And Officer Rogers.
Okay, and for those that watch the video later, Serrano was the cover name that and one of the passengers was taking as he was on the plane, and the bounty hunter that is on the plane as well as a super is searching for a man named Rogers. Well, Sean Rogers is a kind of a word twister and is it an anagram or what would you call that?
Yes.
Yeah, an anagram basically of Serge Serrano. Thanks to Game Night for coming up for that. But that's what we think that and forgive me, the colliders for that are not going to be very good. You're going to have to lock your characters just because of the way that object is built. So forgive me. But so anyway, when folks are referring to Rogers, they're referring to this person traveling who's apparently the target of the bounty hunter that's on this plane. Okay, so we have another character that is going to be in this scene, Cypher and his friendly robot Stevie. He's not on the table yet, but will be hopefully soon. Until he is, we're going to say that he is tucked away somewhere inside the airport, tied into the technology or into the computer systems, which is his main support power. But for now, we're going to leave him out of the play. Okay, so...
Yeah. By the way, you could say, I am going to be at the top of the tower.
Okay.
She wants to get a clear look of the whole situation, and this is the best way to do it.
Okay, so you will have flew onto the top of the tower. I think that's something. So everybody needs to do perception rolls as they come in. But I think you're also going to need to do some type of a stealth or something. Jumping on the top of the ground control tower.
I have one quick character-based question as well. Viper versus Coil. Who do they? Are they part of the same organization? Character might know this. I don't.
And that might be a better Game Night question than me right now, if it's something we can even answer right now. I mean, we may not be able to.
Hey, that's my stealth, and you said perception, right?
Yes.
And I'm curious as why they would be coming in. When they say they're coming in, do we assume they're coming in hot to take down the plane?
Yeah, the last message that came from the ground control folks was Viper's en route. You're going to have a second to get off. We can't help the passengers anymore. God help them.
So while they both enjoy snake-themed related.
You cut out. You said they're not related.
They are not related.
Okay. So the question would be: are Viper in support of Destroyer?
Yeah, in this world, it seems that those who are really wise to it, Viper's received a lot of positive press for taking over law enforcement on a particular level. They're still local police and stuff like that, but they pretty much help keep the population under the thumb of Destroyer in more local areas, even though they're a larger organization.
Okay.
All right. So did everybody... I saw Wild Thing made her perception roll and made her stealth roll. So she has deftly landed on top of the air traffic control tower, not noticed. And Max and Wild Thing have made their perception rolls. So you all are going to see clearly. You made your perception rolls very well. You all will see very clearly the game field and avoid stumbling yourselves into, unless you just stumble into it. Game Night, did you make a perception roll?
I did not. I'll do that right now. Any minuses?
Nope. Great.
Okay, I succeeded with panache.
Yeah, you all have a very clear, it's almost like in stereo panoramic view. So you all see the battlefield for what it is. It's almost like, you're maybe XO, when he comes out, he gets the kind of radio frequency regular view. He can see across the way, see the Viper agents, and they seem to be, and all of you all see the same thing that I'm describing. You all see Viper agents, 2 per, manning what look like electric charged cannon blasters that are aimed at this airplane. And then you also see hovering in the air on the other side of the plane, air support, air cavalry. They have their weapons trained on the plane, and they do not notice you all because they are pointed to the plane. And you can hear them, and it's almost like they are calling out in a regular cadence over a loudspeaker. Viper is saying over and over again, Raya de Plata, surrender now. Surrender now, Raya. They just keep going it over and over again, and they're going to board. You will not escape. They're being very formal, loudspeakering. Before you get into combats, I'll give each person an action. So if you want to try to take something, you all will get an action before they do. And we'll go in that same order: Exo, Max, and Wild Thing.
Okay, I'm going to just try to get out on the tarmac if I can. I mean, is there a specific like one of those little baggage trains or something like that I could I kind of, probably nothing's moving out there since we have a situation, but I'd like to maybe move out and take up position behind these guys over here. Yeah,
everything that's on the map you could use as if it's there. There is another smaller plane that's there. The obviously the target, the plane they're on, is the one in 3D. But you can place yourself wherever you might see some type of cover there. So that's pretty close to them. But are you trying to be in cover behind one of these objects that's in close to them? Yeah.
Behind whatever these things are here, whatever these are,
like those little luggage carrier type of things. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll come in behind that and see what I can do from there. I want to check it out.
Okay. Cool. Next, Max, where are you going to be? Max, are you on mute?
Sorry. Yes, I was muted. I assume everybody on this area has been cleared out if they can.
Yeah, you could still see people running away. Right there, people are getting away.
I would probably move down more towards this area here, kind of sitting behind this building, right at the corner of this building. There. So I'm over here.
Okay.
Wow, that was kind of trippy. Put my arrow in like 3 places.
Okay. So you have made your way over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so Wild Thing, where are you gonna be?
Okay, these two guys, there's one guy here, Cavalry 2, and there is can't get a
This Cavalry 1 and 2. Yeah,
Cavalry 1 and 2. They're up in the air for me, so where are they? Are they flying?
Yeah, they are flying. They are air support, and they are naturally, we're at an airport, so they are in the air, trained onto that large aircraft. They are not facing you, and you are slightly above them because you're on the tower. So they don't see you.
Okay, I'm going to calculate where their blind spot is, and my intention is to leap past them. So more than likely, they'll be turning back and forth. So I'm going to time this to where they're both facing away. That will land me underneath this wing here.
The wing.
I'm headed.
The wing closest. Yeah.
I'm headed for the wheel well. I've seen the schematics for this plane, so she's going to know that she can get in through the wheel well.
Okay.
Through the wheel mechanisms.
What's
the passageway into the area.
What's a good roll? Do you have like an acrobatics or a type of roll that will allow you to get down there in one fell swoop and not be seen by them?
Well, she's got leap.
Yeah.
And I believe she's got non-combat movement on her leap.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you using the leap for it. I think you're about to be, leaping through them, and they are trained looking at it. I think if you just make a successful
I need to basically I have to time this correctly. Mm-hmm. So, would my reflexes work in this case?
I'm going for your acrobatics. What about your acrobatics? Yeah. It's a 13 or less.
Does she have acrobatics? Let me take a look at her skills. Yes, she does.
Yeah, if you successfully roll that, I'll let you get down there without being seen by them.
Okay.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, so I will.
But what's my stealth? Would that have helped any?
Stealth definitely helped you not be perceived up to this point by ground control, and that you would have lost all hope of even avoiding detection.
Being tempted? Yeah. Okay.
So you failed that. Will you tell us what happens? What they're going to notice you, but tell us where you are, how you end up. You'll still make it to the spot, but it's going to be a bit more of a blundering arrival. How does it happen?
Well, it's not so much a blundering, I think, in this case. It's right. Going to be more, what happens is she doesn't time it correctly. As she gets down to where she's trying to go, she did this guy, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, he turned sooner than he'd been turning before, and he spies her just as she passes by under the wing.
Okay.
Under the wing, but he saw something go there.
Okay, will you place your character? I don't know if you're you're going to be able to do. Yeah, that's the best you're going to be able to get with that airplane.
I picked it up. Okay, there's no under.
Yeah,
so,
I'll get.
I'm right. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let me move again. That it? Yeah, good. Nope, that's still not. You get the idea.
I'll get
She's
you.
under the wing. Yeah. She's under the wing near where the wheel well is. There you go.
Cool. So, anybody that's being able to hear radio frequencies will know that these folks are talking to each other, and you can see that they are even between them. You can hear them saying, "To your left, to your right." You know, they are starting to coordinate these this appearance of somebody that they unknown on site. Very, very alerted. We're going to be in combat phases now, so let's get ready.
Julio.
Scene. All right, click here to begin combat. I'm a little slow, but this is great. We're using Brennell's Hero mod, which is still in beta, and very grateful to be able to use this right now. It's a great set.
I'm hearing somebody.
Okay, so we will begin the combat. Wild Thing.
You're echoing. We're all echoing. I'm echoing. You're echoing.
That's probably you have maybe.
Yeah, I see.
Steam voice on.
I don't have my
as
Steam
well
up.
As Discord. Well, you're in TTS, so you may want to turn off the voice in there. If that's.
I'm not hearing in my. Oh no, I'm not hearing in my ear. It's coming over something. I don't. Let me check my audio.
I am streaming to Twitch right now.
Oh, I have Twitch.
If you have it up, then that would explain.
I have Twitch muted. At least I thought I did.
Okay.
Hold on, let me make sure.
In TTS, I see you have a voice chat icon next to your name, Game Night. Every time you talk, it voices up, but the others don't.
Oh, then it's me.
So it's Game Night.
Yeah. Wow.
But I've never seen that before.
It's on toggle, so I don't think it's.
Just started. It wasn't doing that before.
There's that better?
Just started. Yeah, I don't hear you say. Say something,
Can you hear?
Silk.
You're very good.
Not you. Yeah, not hearing you anymore.
Okay, I'll give you the benefit. Since you have the highest dex in the earliest phase, you have been noticed, but you'll get to act. This is maybe the benefit of a surprise. They weren't expecting you all here. Wild Thing, what will you do now that you've been noticed?
Well, like I said, she will use the shadows from the plane to hide again. And again, she's going to head for the wheel well. She wants to get up in there into the mechanism and climb up in through the underbelly housing at the hold.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that this is that to get into the plane is going to take at least 2 of your actions, right? You're moving as fast as you can, but that's going to take you out of, battle doing anything else. So this turn, next turn, and then on your 3rd turn, you'll be in the plane, okay?
Okay, good.
Okay.
So I don't have to roll anything else?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Exo, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I already know who the bad guys are because these guys are jerks. So
yeah.
I'm definitely going to take care of these guys here. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb over or around these. I'm going to climb around these guys here, kind of go this way. So there's 2 inches there, so 2 meters. And then I'm going to come right up between these guys. And I'm going to say, hey, man, what's going on?
Wait a minute, are you attacking the Vipers?
Are you going to shoot that plane?
Yeah, they are surprised and very startled to see you, and their response is gruff. Get out of here! Who are you? This isn't a place for you. You vigilante.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely not a normal looking guy. I've got a black full face hood, like a spandex hood over my face, kind of like Rorschach kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a black suit that looks like it has that old kind of a Primus logo that's been scarred and torn off. So it's got kind of this tattered remains of it being there. And I'm just gonna actually do a I am going to attack. I'm going to use the Quantum Snap. This is an invisible power effects attack. Its area of effect 8 meters. So it's going to attack all of the 2 agents and the gun.
Okay.
So aiming for DCV 3.
Oh.
I hit a DCV 6.
Yeah, luckily.
So that should hit. Do I need to roll individually against each target or just the whole area?
Yeah, this time, just to save time, let's do it against one roll for all. I'm fine with that.
Okay. And
unless it's selective, AE is just our 1 target.
Okay. It is selective. So you want to just roll to hit all of them?
Yeah, for time's sake, if you don't mind.
Okay. All right, DCV 14 and DCV 14. So I hit them all pretty good.
Yeah, great.
I have 4 levels that I add to it. That's my quantum predictability. So it knows where they're going to be when it attacks them. And then let's see. So Quantum Snap. Okay, so 39 stun, 10 body, and then knockback on the first Viper Combat Specialist number 2. So that's 6 meters for him. And Specialist number 1. 4 meters for him. So 4 and 6 meters for those two guys, and then the attack would have done 10 body to the gun.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a number. 3 dice. I'm activating armor. See if it actually activates.
They're like, whoa, what just happened?
6. 9. Okay, so their armor activates. At least it's not activates, you know what I mean. It these guys still are going to be, you did how much to them each? 11 dice each. 39 and 10. Yeah, that, and then
39 and 10.
Does that do knockback as well? That blast?
Yeah. So I rolled a knockback. There'll be 6 meters to the guy on my left and 4 meters to the guy on my right.
Yeah, so these guys are going to go flying, and I believe that is going to, at least it's going to stun them. It does, both of them. And you can see that there is some, you know, gashing and blood. What kind of damage does it do? If it actually, you know, causes someone to bleed, what does it look like?
It's physical damage, and this is invisible, so they just like suddenly move away from me and hit the ground. Okay,
so it's almost like reverberations pushing them back, and the surface of their skin has, you know, real dark contusions, and blood is kind of
it's like they got punched.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. These guys, if you want to move them, I don't know if you can or if I've got to do it. I've got to. But yeah, let's move them.
They're locked.
Yeah, let me unlock them. But you're still, you can do it, yeah. Yep. Those guys are stunned and...
Okay, so he's probably going to hit a wall or something here maybe, or maybe he'll just go underneath it.
Yeah, actually, that's their stun. So that might actually knock that guy out. That knocks them out, so flip them if you will. And even without the knockback, that knocks that guy out. And you can see they're bleeding, but they are not dead. They did not do enough, and they have some resistant defense. Okay, so that was specialist number 1. Let me get to my... I don't have enough screen room. I think that's the one thing that gets me. I wish I had more. I wish I could move the screen real estate, some of these counters off. Anyway... It is 1 and 2 that just got knocked out. And
if you have the scale right, I've moved them the appropriate number of meters. Okay.
I think we do. Okay. So that will be your turn. So the cannon, you can see the cannon is really solid and it's not going to be moved. It took both of them to move it, to kind of wheel it out. And it's got like locks on its feet, so it didn't move. You can tell that it's been bashed in, but I don't know. You have a pretty high intelligence. Maybe you can roll an intelligence roll to see if this thing would still work or not. If you just make your intelligence roll. Yeah. You can tell this cannon would still work. And you're familiar with the tech of it. I guess you're familiar with it. So, not necessarily. Maybe, but...
It wasn't my division, but yeah.
Yeah, it would work. It would work. Okay, so that's your turn. Very successful. Next person, maximum resistance. What you doing?
Well, seems like activity is happening. So I'm going to move up.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Which I actually could do. But I'm not. I'm actually going to move towards the plane. Well...
Yeah, the colliders are so bad on this one. I'm still not very good with objects yet.
So from there, I'm basically a little bit closer. I try to get 12 meters closer. So I'm 32 meters away from the turret over there. And I'm going to attempt to entangle that area.
Okay, so you're trying to go for this other one, and you would have seen, as you were flying, you would have seen this this other, dark masked person push, and even just the. Does it make noise? It's invisible sound effects, right, Texo? So he might not have actually heard that.
It's invisible to sight, so that
Okay.
if there was sound with it, it would be like being punched.
Okay, so again, not something he would have known, but visibly he would see these people getting pushed back.
It's an area effect, hand-to-hand attack, so he just doesn't have to move for it to make it happen.
Okay, cool. Still, Max has made his target over here. You're going to do an entangle on what? It's an area effect entangle?
Yeah, 8-meter radius, so unless I miss by badly, it will hopefully still get them all.
Okay.
I'm going to be at -4, which should be taken into effect in the roll, but it's centered on the gun.
Okay. Okay, you got it?
Wow. Yes, even with the minus... Didn't actually add them. Oh, I didn't check, but yes, I still made it.
Yeah, would have rolled like that 5, yeah.
So it's still centered on the gun. It's going to hit all 3 of them. And a 3 defense, 4 body entangle.
Okay. Do you want to maybe draw something around it, or we can just know these guys are entangled and they're going to need...
It's just those 3 guys. I mean, it's an entangle, so it doesn't hit anybody else that walks into the area. It's just it affects them, and then they're affected. Those guys are affected. Nobody else will be affected.
Oh, okay. So it's not a wall or anything like that.
It's just an entangle.
Okay, cool. So those 2 guys are entangled, and that is your turn.
That is my turn.
Okay, so this specialist over here is, cursing and spitting because he's been wrapped up. How does your entangle? Is it energy? What does it look like?
Basically, it's an electric entangle. They got hit by stun guns, basically.
Okay, so can he get out? What is it? He can't move at all, or is it something?
His muscles are all tightened up. He can physically try to break out of it.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna...
But it's basically, he's been electrified.
Okay, yeah, so that's the way they're going to do. They're screaming in pain and or it's not pain, but screaming in frustration because these are pros. They are definitely in the loudspeaker is still calling out to Raya. It's almost like a recorded message. Surrender now, Raya. So they're going to try to break out. And what would he do? Is it strength only? Is that all it is?
Usually, I mean, it's invisible. Any damage he does, like if he wants to use a gun, he's going to take that damage.
I thought we talked about that last time, where it's only people attacking them.
It doesn't provide any defense to the person that's in it.
Yeah, so he can't try to get out with his own gun, but he can try to get out with strength.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And it won't feed back in that case.
Yeah. So he's going to roll. He's just going to try to break out like he's trying to break out if somebody's holding him down. I'm going to do 3 dice of damage. $14, body of 5. What was the defense on that again?
3 defense, 4 body. So he did 5 body. So it's still got 2 body left.
Okay, and then the second one is going to go... This guy is out. Actually, Air Cavalry Agent number 2 is going to go before this other specialist is out. So it's got... Did you say 2? I'm going to take a note for that. 2 body left or 3?
2.
Okay. Okay. So this air specialist is actually going to... you're pretty close to him, aren't you?
Actually on the ground. I'm not in the air.
Yeah, so these guys are going to fire at you. They saw you come down, and they're going to come after you.
I don't know what the actual range is. I don't know how far up they actually are or anything.
Yeah, what's the measure tool? always having trouble finding the measure tool. Is it
F4.
F4? Well,
the measure tool is going to be a little weird, though, I think, because of the location. I'm 9 meters away from him horizontally. I don't know how far up he actually is.
Yeah, he is there, so I'm just gonna so 5 down. 6.
Okay, so only going to -1 to hit.
Yeah. Okay, so he has some combat skills. +2/+2, so he's got to roll and roll. I'm gonna do a dice roll real fast on those 3 dice. Okay. So with that, 2, 4, 7. So that is 7. He is gonna roll to hit you with a goodness. Dice rolls. Yep. He's going to fire at you with his rifle.
I'll assume he hits.
Well, no. We're gonna try. What is your DC?
Well, he's got skill levels, and my OCV DCV aren't capped. So.
Wow, no, he doesn't have a very good OCV DCV by itself. So let's.
Oh, I'm at DCV 8. So.
Yeah, he may not hit. Okay, so it is edit. That's a 4 and -1, so that's a 3. Let's see. Yeah, he would miss. He actually misses. So he had skill levels, but 1 penalty down, and I didn't do all of the. I did 4 skill levels plus -1 for the range, so he missed you. Okay, the Specialist 2 is knocked out. Specialist 4 is also going to try to hit you.
For Specialist 4, is he in the air? No.
And he did. Oh, wrong person. That I'll come back anyway. So Specialist 4 is going to actually try to break free. Let's see if he can do that. 9/3 body. And what was the defense on it?
3 defense, so
okay,
no damage to the entangle.
So he is going to still be stuck in there. The air cavalry agent tried to hit you, but only hit a DCV 4 or less. So obviously he rolled pretty bad. They are still flying and maybe are just not having a good lock on you because of maybe there's a lot of wind out there today. So blaster fire coming all across the place, but none of it successfully landed on you guys. The next turn of combat, post 12 if anybody needs it, recoveries. Wild Thing, it's your turn. Oh, this is actually your second turn where you're traveling.
My second, yeah.
So the next turn
I'm
you're
still working into the ship.
Say again?
The plane.
I'm just claiming back my endurance, sir.
Oh, great. Okay, Exo, it's your turn.
Okay, so the distance between... Now, these guys over here are the ones that are entangled, right? By the other gun?
Yep.
Okay, so that's about 32 meters, if that's right. Mm-hmm. So... They look like they're kind of statues right now. They're
yeah. You can see the one on the left is like wrestling with it, like swinging around inside. It's almost like he's punching in water. And the other one is just like toppling back and forth, but they're not being able to get through. They definitely look like they're paralyzed.
Okay. then I think I can run to the plane.
Okay. So I'll say that's a two action, get up to the plane, get into the plane type of thing. So that'll be what we do. Again, I apologize for the plane object, but that'll be your turn.
Okay.
Max, what do you do?
These flying guys I find somewhat annoying. So I'm going to shoot at one of them.
Okay.
See how they like that. So I'm going to shoot at the number 2 that is closer to me. That'll be at the -1.
Oh, yeah. You got him.
And 13 body, 46 stun.
Okay, let me roll to activate his armor. See if you actually hit him where he's got. Oh. Okay, yeah. Will you roll your knockback on that? And it's just gonna blast him back into the air far, but still, that's.
So that's gonna be 3 dice because he's flying. No, less 1 dice. So it's only gonna be 1 dice because he's flying. I did 13 body, so -5, 8. So he's going back another
16 meters.
16 meters, yep.
Yeah, and it's, who did you hit? Agent 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Air Cavalry 2, yeah.
I can see, that's this guy, okay. Okay, so he is going to, and you can see when it hits him squarely in the chest of this armor. And he, if I can just get him to move, he is going to do some somersaulting backward. Oh, goodness, where are you, dude? There he is. No? He's going to do some somersaulting backward, and he's still going to be flying in the air, but you can see he's just like spinning and spinning and spinning, and this jetpack that he's got is going to keep him flying and like spinning off course. And I'm going to roll some random rolls to see. He is obviously incapacitated, but he was incapacitated after a blast, and now he's not controlling his, what makes him fly. So you're basically seeing him almost like a balloon deflating in the air, just going all over the place. That's what you see from air support number 2 guy. So he's all over the place. I was not really wanting him to be all over the place in that way. All right. So that would be your turn. Let me get him combated out. Okay. So that's the end of that turn. Segment 3, nobody goes. Segment 4, Wild Thing, you're actually in the plane now. And I have a map for that, but I'm going to wait to go to it until everybody gets into the plane, if everybody chooses to get inside the plane. But you're in the plane. Tell me what you're going to do. You've crawled up through the wheel well. I guess you're in one of the bottom portion cargo areas. How are you going to try to? I'll say you broke up through to get into the actual main, area. What are you going to try to accomplish right now? Wild Thing, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm here. I got distracted. Sorry about that. You were saying?
You're in the plane now? You've crawned up through, and what are you?
Is?
Yeah, what are you going to try to?
Okay, this is a third turn. Okay, good. Like I said, I'm climbing up in through the wheel housing. There should be a hatchway into the hole from here.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that you found it through and you've made it into the airplane. So you're basically in some area And I'll tell you, you see lots of people unconscious, and that's it. It's a chaotic scene. You hear some people screaming. You hear a woman screaming. What are you gonna do?
Okay. First, I need to figure out where, because you said there were explosions in here. I'm not sure that has to do with the woman who invaded the cockpit or not.
Yeah, there were sonic booms. That's what they described it as. Yeah, sonic booms.
Right. I need to find her first, so I'm going to basically creep through the plane. I'm going to sniff the plane out right now, get an idea of where everybody is. If I can pinpoint her.
Yeah, you've never smelled her before. I don't know how you would distinguish between all people you've never met before.
No. I want to see what people are. Her, my guess is her scent and the person she's looking for, their scents are probably going to be moving about the ship. This is, by the way, what is this, a 380?
Yeah, it's a big one. It's an Airbus. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, these things are huge.
Yeah, lots of people in them.
So yeah, I'm going to move about, and I'm going to see if I can pick up any scents that have been moving through the plane, as opposed to most of these people here are probably huddled in place and not moving.
Yeah, they're all mainly they're knocked out. They're unconscious. Make a perception roll, if you will, and depending on how well you make it, I can give you some information based on what you see and smell.
Succeeded by 5, I think it says.
Succeeded by 5. Yeah. Okay, so some of your senses and some of even just your audio senses, you're going to hear some commotion that's going to be in the back of the plane. You don't know quite what it is, but when you came up near a wing and you need to get to the back of the plane, but you hear it, you smell it, the trail kind of leads you back that direction.
Okay. She's changing her, what she's going to do. If it's further in the back of the plane, you said there are some people not unconscious?
Yeah, there's a woman, you can see it's a definite smell of labor and birth, and it's very, it's distinguished. There's a person that's in labor, and you can also hear, people in the front, a male voice giving instruction, and another person that's kind of like wailing and screaming.
Okay.
That's in the front.
Yeah. That's in the front, and that's where I heard the commotion.
You
said in the back.
The commotion's
in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you hear voices in the front, kind of cries and screams.
Okay, then, like I said, I'm changing my intentions.
Okay.
She needs to deal with these humans first before she can deal with whatever else is going on. So she's going to head to the front. Hopefully, she'll come across one of the either a flight attendant, one of the crew.
Okay, so you're gonna, I guess, take a turn to try to get up to the front of the plane. I'll say
as she goes, she's going to also ascertain if it's anybody critically hurt or anything of that nature, and definitely try and figure out which woman here is about to give birth.
Yeah. So you're in the middle of the plane. You're going to need to take at least an action of yours to run as fast as you can up to the front. As you're doing it, you're going to see that most people are knocked out. There are no people that are, maybe blood coming from their ears from, the sound, eardrums bursted, that type of thing.
Whatever that sonic boom was, yeah.
Yeah, but there are not people that are, critically injured, nothing like that.
Nobody's hurt. Okay, good.
Yeah, but the front of the plane, you're going to try to get toward the person that's giving birth. That's what you're going to try to do?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. That'll take you next turn to get to there. And the next role play that we will have will be you trying to deal with the captain and the people with berth, and how do you handle that? Okay.
Gotcha. Right.
XO, what do you do?
Okay, so how does it look like I need to get into this plane?
Oh yes, this is your second turn. You're at the plane, and it's up to you how you want to try to break into this thing. But this is your second, basically getting into the plane attempt.
Yeah, I don't really have super strength per se, so I didn't think that far ahead before running out here. Like, how am I going to get in here? So, is there like a one of those trucks with the staircase on it?
Yeah, this little thing right here is the ramp that comes out. It's there, but it's not connected yet. It's close, but they pulled it out, but they haven't actually connected up yet. And it's next to the door.
I unlocked your plane. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I think I fixed it. But anyway, I was trying to unlock me. Because I moved myself in here. Let's see. Yeah, so I actually can't move myself back out. That's funny.
Let me.
That's hilarious. Because I moved myself behind the plane, I guess.
Did something and knocked me off of the plane.
That's funny. So, yeah, you should demote me before I do damage.
I don't know how to.
Okay, so I can't move my guy because the plane's in the way. But I will run over to that truck with the staircase on it, and hopefully the keys are in it or whatever, get it started. And I'm going to try to run it over to the doors. That's what I'm going to do, however long it takes to do.
That's awesome. Okay, so this is going to take you. It's going to take you the turn to get there, and then I'll say in your second turn. Is this?
I did that.
Oh my goodness! Oh goodness! What is the plane doing?
It is not taking off.
It's
not. Yeah.
I'm getting myself out of the way of the plane.
Yeah, we didn't realize you were that strong. All the sounds of tokens breaking and moving. It's great. Okay, so let's say it's going to take 2 of your actions to do that. 1 to run, the second to move it over, and then you'll be able to kind of leap over to the door and rip it open, or not rip it open, but turn it open. Let's see if you can accomplish that. Okay, so you are actually on this little ramp thing now. And then your next turn, you'll actually be able to try to turn it on and move it over. Okay?
Okay.
Maximum resistance, what do you do?
Well, I still want to deal with this extra agent. Has he moved from where he was at?
Nope, he hasn't.
Agent Aircap 1?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
Okay, well, I will teleport closer to him and actually, like, above the wing. And I will take a shot at him. So I don't know exactly how far away from him I am right now. So
okay.
If you want to give me a range, I will plug it in. And
it looks like you are roughly 6 meters away from him.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit.
Body, 44 stun. And let's see, how far is he going to go for knockback?
Okay, so 34.
So he's going to go another 16 meters away.
Okay, so this is another similar effect, balloon deflating. You hit him square in the armor, but just the power of the blast is sending him spiraling back. He's knocked out, but he is flying, so he is going to... It's going to do some spinning around in the air. So you've definitely dispatched these agents pretty handily, and that'll be the turn.
So maximum resistance would see a guy in a black suit running around down there too, and running over to the truck with the staircase and trying to jump into it and get it going.
Yeah, and I guess the zero phase actions, if you all are saying anything to each other, but this is all unfolding in a way. You didn't see Wild Thing for a while. You don't know where she is, but yeah, you definitely, as you're moving around, you see this person that XO. You don't know who it is, but
he's on the other side of the plane, though, right?
That's right, but you're up in the air, so you're able to. You are up in the air.
I'm just above the wing.
Oh, you might not see him actually then, because you're on this side of the plane, right?
Right, yeah. So he probably disappeared to me. And at this point, Wild Thing is invisible to me as well.
Yeah, because she's in the plane. So you saw the guy, the black masked guy, when he took care of the first two agents over there, but when you teleported back to this other wing, you didn't see him get to that ramp, the stairwell device. Okay. The general combat specialists, the two that are entangled are going to keep trying to break free. Let's see if they can do it. Roll maker 3, 4 body. This is the third. How much of that? What's the defense of it? 3.
Yes.
Okay, so it's got 1 body now. Let's do the next one. That guy's knocked out. It's knocked out. Knocked out. Okay. He is going to roll 3 body. Oh man. Agent number 4 is just like not having a good day. Every time he tries to break out, the defense of that entangled blocks everything. The other guy is just like handily whittling it down, but this guy...
He apparently paid attention during training.
Yeah, but this other guy, not doing well. Okay, so the air cavalry agents are just like, they're floating around. Their jetpacks are still going, but they are knocked out. And we are in... Segment 6, Wild Thing. You have arrived to the front of the plane, and you see the captain just trying to help with a person. You know, the lady who is giving birth, or she's in labor. He's not, technically trying to help her deliver right now, but he is, trying to attend to her right now. What do you do? Are you on mute, Wild Thing?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you want me? Do I when I get there? What I see?
Yeah, you made it to the front of the plane. You didn't notice any supers. You noticed a lot of people unconscious, but in this front of the plane, you see the captain and a woman who is clearly about to go into labor, and the captain's trying to help her.
Hello. What can I do to help?
I didn't hear what you said. Say again.
Okay, let's try again. Captain, I'm here to help. What do you need?
Oh, the captain says, we need to get off this plane. We've been instructed not to get off this plane, but this woman's in labor. She needs to get off this plane. Okay.
I quickly communicate with Max. Maximum. Is the outside clear yet?
For the moment, I think so.
I'm going to bust out the escape chute. The escape chute. Go out. Yeah, it'll be coming out of the what's that? What that would be the right hand side, left hand side.
Okay. Yeah.
So I hit the emergency lever.
Okay. When you do that, you notice that oh, that's loud. Someone's microphone is having fun.
Yeah, I think Cypher is here.
I have arrived.
Hey, Cypher.
There he is.
The other half will be along shortly.
Okay. The you notice that the chute is missing. Walding, you know, the little like an inflatable thing is not there.
I look at the captain. Where's the chute?
I don't know where the chute is. He's like, this plane is equipped with 6 chutes. There should be others. There's lots of doors, and he's just, you know, furious that it's not there. We check this thing every time.
I don't have time. She won't. To look. You go see if the others are working. She indicates to the captain. She gently grabs the woman, and at the same time, she says, she sends a message over to Socrates, because he'll be able to do this faster. Socrates, I need an emergency, what do they call it? EMT. Now, you have a woman going into labor.
Okay, so Game Night, I don't know if you want to play Socrates for that. I would say Viper, though, is probably going to be blocking people right now from getting into this area. Did I get you about seeing? Yeah.
I will tell them to have them meet me on the street outside of the airport. Or when I came in, there should have been emergency vehicles when I came in. Obviously blocked by Viper, but I should have seen them. Where would they be staging at?
They are off scene, but they're gonna be you know, back behind the building. Like, it'll be kind of back this way on the other side of the building.
Okay. I go to the doorway and I leap. I think my I should have enough leap for this. I need to bring up the measurement. Thank you. Let's see. So, yeah.
So what are you trying to accomplish here? Leaping.
I'm carrying the woman in labor, and I'm going to leap. Distance, my maximum distance.
That baby's
That's
coming
some
out.
labor-inducing. That's some labor-inducing stuff. Yeah.
She is very good at what she does. She's going to make a point of landing.
If you can wait a few seconds, I could teleport her out without, like, jarring everything in her.
Are you in the middle of... Well, okay.
I'm just outside the plane.
Oh, I don't see... Oh, okay, I see you. Oh, then I look down and see you. Fine, let's try this again.
You're inside the plane, right? I'm outside the plane, but I'll be inside the plane in just a second.
I'm standing in the doorway. So you're saying I should be able to see you. I say, Room Force, this woman needs to get to medical now. And I guess I'm going to have to hold my action until you can get here and grab her. Take off my hands, as it were.
you called out to Rune Force, but Max would have been the one.
What did I say?
You said Rune Force.
Sorry, I meant Max.
Okay.
Okay, Rune Force would be better, but Max you'll do.
Oh, no.
I guess I'll have to settle for Max. I'll settle for Max now.
Okay.
Can you feel the love? Oh.
I accidentally ended your turn without holding, but I will obviously, before we get to the next one, you can take that held if you need to.
Feel the love. Anyway, yes, what were you saying?
I took your action without holding it, but I'll give it back to you in a moment. Exo, it's your turn. This will be your attempt to turn on the thing and run it over to the plane. What skill appropriate would you have to do this? I don't think it takes a lot of skill. Maybe just intelligence to see if the keys, perception and then intelligence. perception? Do you find the keys? Intelligence? Can you figure out how to drive it over? Yeah. Great. So yeah, you do. Do you want to kind of narrate what you're doing and how you're going to do it? Are you ramming it, or you?
Looks like it did. We didn't do perception. Let's try that again.
But wouldn't this be the same?
There we go.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, tell us how you're going to drive this thing.
Somewhat recklessly. I'm gonna see if I can just get it around the front of the plane and line it up on the door, and I'll probably end up hitting the plane because I can't tell exactly where the top of the staircase is. I'm kind of looking out the window trying to figure out, but this is going to be fast, so I'm just going to kind of screech to a halt and hopefully not hit the plane too hard.
Yeah. So I'll say with that, what kind of skills do you have that would help you avoid hitting it? Do you have anything like that? Doesn't look like you do.
No, maybe just like a dexterity roll or something.
Yeah, that sounds good. Make a dexterity roll. See how you can deftly. Yeah, that's well enough. So you bump the plane, and it kind of, you can see the nose of the plane moves a little bit. This is an enormous plane, though. You're up against the door on the side of the plane.
Okay.
Okay, and I would say there is the handle on the side of the door. You can figure out how to. I mean, these are meant to be open from the inside and the outside. I don't know. Does anybody know specifically how these plane things do they only open from the outside or from the inside? Excuse me. I think they do both.
I'm pretty sure if I punch it, I could probably open it, but hopefully there's a better, more graceful way of doing it. I got to make sure Tia is okay.
Yeah, got to get in. Amarak, were you about to say how those work? Because if you do, I'll take it.
I'm pretty sure they open from the inside only.
Yeah, I was pretty sure of it too. Okay. All right, so Exo.
By the way, I don't have a character.
Yeah, I tried to assign it to you, and it's giving me an error.
It's the same problem we had last time we joined late.
Yeah, it's because I joined late.
You just need to get here on time, dude.
The appropriate response. Okay, so I will Max, it's your turn.
Well, I will then teleport over to the doorway that Wild Thing is standing in, and pay her and do the other half move to get to the woman in labor if she's not like physically holding her.
Yeah, she was holding her right there at the edge of the door. She was expecting there to be a slide down. It wasn't there, so she's right there.
Shouldn't be packing around pregnant women like this. It's not proper. And that'll be it. I'll have to wait for my next move.
Okay, so
What are you saying? It's always proper.
Okay, so I am going to change the scene for just a second. Since we are all... I think people's tokens just got moved around, huh? Okay. Yeah, my people got moved around. So we are in the plane right now. You can resize your characters, or do you need help resizing characters? This is not going to be to scale. It's more per seat as a meter. That's the way I'm going to play it. So you just got to be able to move around to get
bigger,
to...
right?
What's that?
It has to get bigger.
I see another two-sided figurine. I don't know who that is. Must have been you somehow. Okay, so... Max, so the area that is this side over here, this, you see where XO is, that's going to be the front door of the plane where he is, where he's on the, and you guys are going to be on the other side of the plane. So
okay.
This is, do you mind if I move you?
Okay.
So you guys were over here, and you have this... Let's see if I can go. I just threw the person. Again, my thing is not working so well because they are. So you have a person in your arms.
Yep.
And that's where you guys are in the front of the plane. Now, what, Max, what are you going to do? You've gotten to the place.
I'm just going to prepare to have Wild Thing hand her over to me while asking for her permission. Will you come with me?
Kinky.
Are you talking to the pregnant lady, right? The person in labor?
Yes.
Yeah,
I would like to take you to the hospital.
She's like, "Get me to the hospital!" She's just screaming. She doesn't have any. Just you're a person in blue, and she just got whisked away by an animalistic woman. But in labor, that is the only thing that wins. She needs to be in a hospital, and that's all she cares about. So
yeah, she's a woman. She's a woman in labor. They don't dance around.
Yeah, she doesn't even care. She is
lucky she didn't cough while she said it.
Yeah, she threw some explicatives in there, but she is willing. She's a willing target.
Yeah, for willing targets.
Okay, so what is that? Your next turn that you're gonna get to move her?
Well, on my next turn, I basically start the non-combat teleport.
Okay, so for the rest of this, maybe what 3 actions, you will be moving her away.
My next action and the following, it basically takes an extra phase. Non-combat teleports always take an extra phase.
Okay, so the next
So
2 actions.
on my next phase, I will start it, and on the following phase, we'll teleport 640 meters away.
Okay, cool. So that's what's going to happen.
And I'll pretty much be out of the combat at this point.
Yeah, got it. Agreed. Wild Thing, it's your turn.
Okay. Now that that's handled, the captain should be looking to busting out the other doors, looking for chutes. While he's going to leave him to that, since everybody else is unconscious and there doesn't seem anybody else in distress, she's going to go back to her original intention, and she's headed towards the back where that commotion was.
Okay, that's going to take you a couple of actions to navigate to the very back of that plane.
Okay.
Okay. Next turn. XO, what are you going to do?
Okay, so I'm running up jumped out of the truck and running up to the top of the staircase, and I start banging on the door to see if someone can open it. That'll be my action.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna actually roll intelligence for this captain and see if he will. Is my actual.
I'm just gonna yell in somewhat awkwardly, "Hey, open up! I brought the stairs."
Knock knock. Land shark.
That's great. Okay. I'm rolling the wrong thing, but it's the right roll. Okay, so he actually runs up to the front of this door, the captain does, and he is going to open the door. So in your next phase, you're going to be able to get into this plane.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Max, you are on your turn of moving. Tell us how it looks when you move away. What happens?
We basically start fading out.
Okay, so this woman is having a labor pain, a contraction at the very moment that you are phasing her out.
I'm weightless at this point, so yay.
Yes.
Baby is born mid-teleport and now has powers.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I go making
That
heroes.
would be awesome.
That's so cool. What a storyline. Okay, so you are phasing out. And then this Combat Specialist 3 is going to try to break out. He did 3 body. He had 1 body left to get, and he didn't get it. Combat Specialist 4 is going to try to break out. He didn't get out either. So they are still in Air cavalry is knocked out.
Would it still be downstairs?
Okay.
Would it be downstairs?
Okay, so Wild Thing, I'm going to say you are taking one more turn to get to the back of this plane. As you're running back there, you will see still more people are still unconscious. People are starting to stir, like gaining conscious again. But you haven't found Raya or this other. You don't know what the person looks like, but you don't see people that look super.
Okay, I'm listening still. I have my perception up, listening to hear if I can hear any talking down the back there, just so I can get an idea of what I'm walking into.
Yeah, so you hear a crash at the back of the plane. It's like a crashing out.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you hear.
All right. I keep going. By the way, do I come across any of the flight attendants?
Nope, unconscious.
The captain, but so far no co-captain, or whatever they're called, and none of the flight attendants.
Yeah, the captain and the co-captain were at the front together. The flight attendants are collapsed out throughout the plane. They were in the plane when the sonic booms happened, so that's where they are right now.
Gotcha. Okay, I keep moving.
Okay.
Moving.
All right, XO, you are entering through the plane. You get your full phase inside the plane, at the front of the plane.
So, behind the mask, he's somewhat panicking. Where's Tia? He's scanning around, looking at all of the people that are knocked out, trying to find his girlfriend.
Okay, so I think if you make your perception roll, it'll get easier to find her. But you'll start with a -5 on perception. And if you make it with your -5, you'll just make it. Oof. It will get easier each turn you try to perceive.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you're searching. Max, you appear at the place that you were going.
Well, we start teleporting 640-meter chunks. So I would just teleport up and away and then just head towards a hospital.
Okay, so I'm not going to take you completely out. It's going to take you a couple of turns to get to hospital, but there's not one too far away. Are you looking for just any hospital, urgent care, anything that you can get her to?
Any place I think that would take a pregnant woman and deal with her appropriately.
Yeah. I'll say it'll take you a couple of turns to find something that's like that. And so maybe one more jump, you'll get her there, and then in the second turn, second action, you kind of make the arrangements, and then you might even have a chance to get back into this.
The paperwork alone will take you 12 turns.
I'm just dropping her off. I don't know anything about her insurance. Sorry.
He sits in a waiting room for the rest of the battle. That's awesome. Okay, so you are making some hops. All right. End of that turn.
And they are 2 phases per hop, so... Because they're all non-combat. Non-combat teleports take an extra phase, regardless.
Yeah, so that was the first hop. You've got 2 more phases for your second hop. And that will be when you are at this hospital. So 2 more phases on the second extra phase. Then you can roleplay the handoff. Okay, Wild Thing. And this is everybody will hear this, but you're going to see it because you can see out the hole that's been created. At the back of the plane, you see the bathroom that was there has been demolished, punched outward, and someone has makeshift added a raft. One of those exit raft things, maybe even the one that was missing from the front, has attached it to the bathroom where he punched a hole, where a hole has been punched, and has just jumped out of the hole. This person, long hair, dark skin, dude, carrying an elderly woman, sliding down the slide. So this person has just jumped out the plane right as you arrived. But you can also see as you arrive, black SUVs, people coming out, more agents, more Viper people, same people that you all just dispatched with. So this plane is, you all dealt with the first round of people, but they're going to be coming more and more and more. You see from the right more people coming to that one cannon where the two guys are entangled. They're still paralyzed, but people are coming around them.
Okay.
What do you do?
And no sign of the woman that was running around here.
Yeah, so you were traveling, you know, these things are enormous. You were traveling in one direction. You might have missed her on the other side of the plane, but you didn't see her on the left side of the plane. You smell her. You know she's on the plane.
The bounty hunter who said she is not a bounty hunter is still on the plane. Our target is jumped out of the plane, and we've got more company. I need to separate this before this goes bad. He's also got an old woman. She is going to. He's still sliding down, I'm assuming.
That's right. He's kind of cradling her, sliding the elderly woman down with her.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and use his momentum. I want to see, can I do this? No, I don't think I can change direction when I leave. I'm right about that, right?
I think it can be. You can do it just like a half phase, just like you would in flying. You can use it.
That would be called flying.
Okay, so basically, if I jump down, grab him, I'm going to have to first land and then leap again.
That's right. You would have to use a half turn. You know, well, half of your turn to leap, and then another half of your turn to leap a different direction.
Okay, that's my intention.
Okay, so tell us. So you're going to leap down to the end of the ramp, the kind of the raft ramp.
I'm going to leap down, grab him on the side. Then, as I land, I'm going to leap again. Up.
It's a grab by maneuver?
I guess, yeah, like a grab by, yeah.
And so there's a consequence here that he's cradling an elderly woman,
Yes,
and you're going to grab him.
To grab them both. Intention is to grab them both.
Ooh, I don't even know.
I don't want to take a chance on him being shocked and dropping her, so I will be grabbing the two of them.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me make sure I've got this right. What's your strength?
It's 35.
Okay.
That would be 32 kilograms, so lift.
Well, but you're also going to have to actually hit him, and there's a penalty to grab by. And I'm just trying to find the right penalty.
Minus 3 LCV, minus 4 DCV.
Minus 3, minus 4, you said?
Yeah. It says minus 3, minus 4.
Just a second. I'm getting the stats for this dude. Okay, make your 2 hit with a minus 3.
Okay, let's see. Do I have anything that I can?
You can just do a roll maker.
Increase.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if I have anything I could use to increase that. Oh, by the way, anybody know I have a +2 sheer ferocity? You know what? What is that?
You are pretty ferocious, but I don't know what it does for you.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, what's his name? Put it on. Added it to me. I have no idea what it does. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. I have leaping charge. Will that help by any chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well then, there we go.
Are you rolling?
Yeah. You said roll the hit, right? With a -2, you said?
-3.
You do the grab by. You can go under skill, under maneuvers, and click grab by. You have to page down.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Maneuvers and charge, disarm.
That's so cool.
Hold on a second, Wild Thing.
Yeah.
I have your character on Hero Designer, and your +2 with sheer velocity. That's with your martial arts.
Sheer ferocity. Okay.
Sheer ferocity is the name of your martial arts.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that'll come into use here. So.
Grab by is not a martial maneuver.
Okay. Grab by. Found it. And you said a -2, correct?
No, it does a -3 already when you just press grab by.
Oh, okay. Well then, there you go. Give me some low numbers. No.
No.
You see a 5, I think it says.
Yeah, so you miss. When you leap, it's as if the dude kind of swivels. It's kind of like going down a water slide. He swivels out of the way and holds on to the elderly woman, and you slide past. It's like it's really weird jumping onto a raft that's going down, and you just miss. You just
yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna land at the end of this thing, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, that was my half phase, right? To do that.
Is the grab by the end of a turn? That's an action, right? That's the second attack.
Yeah, it's an attack action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
That's it. Okay, we are on segment number 12. And I will say, let me make sure I've got the speed on that dude right. Yeah. Speed 6. Okay, so this person also slides down to the end of the track, and he is carrying this elderly woman, and he's going to make a break for it, running to the main main airport area. Wild Thing, you're going to get a chance to go again, but that's what he's doing. This is in segment 12. You go first.
Okay. Again, trying to mitigate any combat that's going to cause any kind of damage, and knowing these vipers, they don't give to you-know-whats. She is going to roar at them, back down.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Are you using your full presence for them on this?
Yeah.
There are some that are not going to be impacted because they're still arriving, but those two, and then maybe the folks that are nearest to it are going to back down. They're not going to fight you. Go ahead and roll your presence. I just want to see what it does.
Okay. Let's see. So that deal. Oh no, that's right. I have to roll it on the roll thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
40.
Yeah, so you exceeded it by 27. He's not going to be cowed, but he's definitely going to pause, lose his next actions, and he's not going to be attacking. These agents that just have come up to the cannon, to the one that you're facing on the right, are not going to be attacking yet. That was a presence attack didn't cost a phase. You going to do something else?
I'm moving. I'm heading after him.
Okay, I'm gonna move, and give me a second. I'm gonna move the scene back to the
outside playing area.
That's right. Okay, here we are. Sorry, I just tossed some folks' things. I should give you all a warning before. Okay, so the people are going to be coming back to those cannons again, and you have just cowed these, not cowed, but you have made them lose their next action. And are you going toward them as you run off the edge of the plane?
Whichever way he's taking the old woman.
Oh, he is going. After him. He's going this direction. He's trying to get into.
And I'm heading.
Okay.
I'm headed after him.
Okay. With what speed are you going to do that? With what movement power?
I could leap, I guess. Again.
Okay. Yeah. So
you catch up with him.
Yeah. With that leap, you would be able to catch him, of course. What are you going to try to do? You're going to just try to catch up to him? You're going to try to grab him again? What are you going to try to do?
Actually, I'm going to just catch up with him. I want to keep up with him. I'm curious as to his intentions if he's carrying an old woman. And I don't know if there's no sense motive or anything like that in this game. But I want to see, if the way he's carrying her, I get the feeling, and it's just my perception, that he's carrying her in a way that is concerned for her safety.
Yeah,
am I correct in that?
He's cradling her. I mean, yeah, he's cradling her, and I think just make a perception roll. Let's see if you can tell more about his person.
Okay, this is perception.
Yeah, you can tell he's not even using casual strength to carry her. It doesn't phase him at all. He's running flat out with a person, cradling her safely, and is doing it without a sweat.
Gotcha. And
that would be
just going to keep up with him.
Yeah, you will be able to. So I will kind of describe the scene. If you're not going to try to engage him, you're just following him. As it becomes your turn, I'll describe it and then let you take an action. But for now, I'll move on.
Okay.
Does the woman look terrified?
She has fainted.
Okay. No expression.
You know, and that's a good point.
Yeah,
I'm glad you.
Okay. I had assumed, and maybe I shouldn't have. You said almost everybody was unconscious, and I figured an old woman being carried, if she was frightened, would be screaming her head off. So.
Yeah, she had fainted, so she was not going to be screaming. Cypher, you won't be in the battle, but I had stowed you somewhere in the airport this whole time. I don't know if you want to give us a heads up of what you've been doing while you're in the airport, somehow not being discovered. Do you want to add a bit here? If you're on mute. Cypher? Okay, well, I don't know if you're on mute or...
Sorry, I had muted myself. There I'm talking away, and then you repeated my name, and I'm going, oh, yeah. So where would you have put me?
I don't know. I mean, stashed away probably in somewhere in the airport. I mean, you could have been baggage claim area. You could have been, purchased a ticket and been at a terminal. You could have done anything you would have wanted to.
He stashed you in the baggage claim.
That's where Stevie is. Okay. Well, having missed the section, I'm going to play this as I'm just arriving late. So I get to the airport, and I'm coming through security with a duffel bag, which has Stevie inside of it. So I'm not in Hero ID. And I'm listening to comms, so I know something's going on, so I'm going to start heading towards where the plane is. So I figure I will show up someplace over here.
Okay, cool. So you will be at that terminal at the door where the gate takes out to the plane?
Yes.
Okay, so you're in the terminal.
Now, I take it that I'm not in the, because you've been clicking through on the phases. can you go back to the controller and add me into the scene, or no?
I can.
Maybe that's why I'm not getting the thing, because I'm not in the scene.
Well, no, I have you in the thing. I just put you in. But it's not putting you...
Okay, that's fine.
I wish it did. Super combat. But it's also not putting you in the current combat either.
Right.
Okay, so you are at the edge of that door. You hear something going on. Do you want to try to somehow get out there, or what are you going to do?
So I look out, and do I see Wild Thing chasing after this fellow?
yes, and there's even onlookers, people that were waiting for these people to depart. They see all this unfolding. They see this animalistic woman screeching leaping across the way. A man running with an elderly woman. They see all these things unfolding. There's gasps and screams and pointing fingers, and people are it's almost like a telenovela unfolding. They see it all.
Okay. I'm going to go to a bathroom and change.
Okay, so that'll be your next couple of actions.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Error in script. Error in script. It's because I brought you in. All right, excellent.
I mean, the other thing that you could do is at the end of segment 12, you could end combat and then restart combat and get me in that way.
Yeah, I'll try that after this. Yeah, it's segment 12 right now. So, Exa, what do you do? You are on the plane still, right? Searching. Game Night, are you on mute?
He's muted.
Your perception roll will be only a -3.
My dog was whining. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm just looking for Tia. So
You found her.
Trying to. All right.
Yeah. She is slumped over in a seat. You can see the blood coming from her eardrums, but otherwise she's unharmed. I will say.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, now that I know where she is, I'm going to look and see if there's any other threats. Who else is up moving around on the plane besides Captain?
Yeah. You see kind of in the distance on the side, you see this kind of a wild-haired woman in a silver getup, kind of on the right side of the plane. She doesn't see you yet, but she's there.
Okay, so now I know that she's there and she's going to be okay, I hope. I am going to, first off, check her for a pulse. I guess that'll be my action as I'm crouching down next to her seat. And I'm making sure that she's okay. Checking her pulse and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be this turn. You've found her. Yep. You're checking pulse. You are... and I won't even make you make an intelligence roll. You'd be able to know pretty quickly. She is okay. She's alive.
Yeah, just unconscious. All right.
That's right.
So then I'm gonna underneath my mask, I just begin to slowly look over to where this villain is, and my eyes narrow, and I'm starting to get pretty angry.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm assuming you will unleash the fury of the quantum space on her in your next turn?
No, yeah, we'll see what happens by the time I move next.
Okay, Max, what do you do?
Continue going to the hospital.
Okay, so this is your first leap or your second? Is the end of the leap?
End of the second.
It's a teleport.
Yeah.
So that means you're there.
Okay.
And
that will be it, and then I'll start working my way back.
Okay.
Basically, I'm just going to drop her off.
Yeah.
Find the emergency entrance, drop her off, Hey, here you go. Woman's in labor. Obviously, that's your job. Bye.
See the headlines now.
Pregnant woman dropped off a hospital by blue guy. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, let me... okay, so some things are about to start happening. The guys that you all knocked out are out, but there are more agents that are arriving. And let us see a roll. A lot of this is pre-written, so things will happen if they happen. We rolled a 6. Of course, I rolled a 6. If a 6 is rolled, the Viper blasts through a portion of the plane, erupts into the cabin. Okay, so one of these cannons goes off, and you can see that the folks at the other end, you know, Wilding struck the fear of herself and these ones over here, but this one over here, they've got off, and it's more agents. So the other ones that were knocked out are still knocked out, but more agents have arrived and manned this thing. It's busted, but it worked. The portions of the plane, I'm going to roll some random dice to see. And who is in the plane? Is it only Exo and Tia and Raya, and then a bunch of people? And remember, this whole time they've been, you know, using the loudspeaker, Raya, surrender, and they've included now unidentified supers or metas, surrender, come out, and obviously you all haven't been, so they have fired on the plane. Anyone inside the plane will need to succeed on the dexterity roll to avoid being hit. Okay, there's going to be a hit on the plane, and I'm just going to use general dexterities to make sure that your portion of the plane is not what got hit. So, Exo, will you roll just a dexterity roll and see if you make it and you avoid getting hit. Okay, so I'm going to say the area that you were in, which is right next to Tia, of course, did not sustain the blast. But let me roll. Yeah, and Raya also did not get hit. So, but there are people who have been just blasted to smithereens, and a portion of the front of this plane, maybe right in front of the wing, has been destroyed, demolished.
What the crap?
Yeah, they are. It's right here. And it's flames and terrible. Okay. And then that's what's going to happen there. I'm going to just handle the rest of Viper's actions with six-sided die rolls. Okay. Let me see one thing, if you all will give me just a pause. I need to pull something up that I did not have. It's going to take me probably just 30 seconds. Supervillains. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So Raya at the other side of this plane is going to dash to the back of the plane. So she's going to be running as fast as she can, which is pretty fast. She's a speedster, of course, so she is running toward the back of the plane. That's what she does. And I'm not going to go through all of this combat specialists. I'm just, every turn around, I'm going to do a single-sided die 6 to see if they hit. So I'm going to end the combat, bring in Cypher. And see if this works. It's not going to work. It does not like you.
it's got to, you have to reload the whole scene in order to get me in. So if you don't want to do that, then I'll just bow out. That's fine.
I don't know how to reload. I just added you in.
No,
Reload the table.
reload the table.
Oh no, I'm not. Not. We're trying to wrap up anyway. So
Yeah.
okay. So let's do just a couple of more rounds to end this thing, and then we will go from there. Okay. So Wild Thing, you are keeping up with this dude as he runs up to the edge. And he is going to run as fast as he can up to the edge of this. There's like stairwell and emergency entrance. And he is going to run up to it and pound on the door and just be saying, "This woman needs medical attention. This woman needs medical attention." And he's pounding on it. It's locked. And maybe the second time he pounds on it, it's going to shatter. So he's basically busted through a glass door and saying this woman needs medical attention. Cypher, actually, you standing at that gate, you'll see him get there, and he is trying to get this elderly woman medical attention.
Okay.
Wild Thing, do you want to do anything?
She is not. She's going to wait till somebody takes the old lady out of his hand, and she's going to approach him.
Okay, so are you going to try to like fight him, or are you going to try to have a conversation? Because I'll wrap up battle scenes.
Conversation.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to hold your face.
Yeah, remember, she's the only member of this group who doesn't immediately run in and start beating things.
Okay.
Which is really funny considering
Yeah, she's the ferocious
her
one.
motif.
Yeah. Okay, so Exo, you're going to get a turn. What do you do? Exo, are you on mute?
He
I
is.
am. I keep forgetting. Yes. I have dogs. I don't want them to disrupt the game. So I have a 37 meter full move. So that's like 17 or so half move.
Mm-hmm.
Is Raya within 17 meters of me?
I am checking her speed, her movement right now. Yes, she is. You could get to her with your half move.
Then that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up, and I'm going to say, I'm going to say, you picked on the wrong flight to cause trouble. It's time for you to get off the plane. And I'm just going to smash her right in the face with my quantum multiplier and just try to knock her right through the wall of the plane or the door or wherever she's at.
Okay. Is that an area effect or is it?
No, it's just a hand-to-hand attack.
Okay, if you'll roll your to hit.
Okay, so I have 2 overall levels I'm leaving in DCV, and I have 4 special combat levels with my quantum multiplier, so I'm adding those to OCV. And I hit DCV 13 or less.
Okay, you hit her. And this is physical defense?
Yes.
Okay.
So 44 stun, 13 body.
Okay, 32 of that gets through, and 1 of that body gets through.
Okay, and then 10 meters of knockback into the plane wall.
Okay, so will you roll that damage through the plane wall, see if you burst through?
5 more dice.
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to... Maybe it bursts through this wall. 16.
So that's just 16 stun, 5 body.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to burst her through the wall either, but
Okay.
it definitely... 32 stun... Con stun. That actually knocked her out. Straight up. It put her to 0.
Sweet.
Yeah, so she has picked on the wrong plane and has, catapulted backward over some seats and into a wall and slumps up against the floor of a wall. Not quite as fast as she was moving, but apparently Sonic is no match for Quantum. Okay, so that is going to take us to Max. You are you going to say anything? No, you're already making your way back. You just dropped off the pregnant lady.
This would be my start of my trip back.
Okay, cool. Okay, I am going to Wild Thing. You held. Did you want to say something? Get some chatting into this to this dude.
Yes. Once he's divested of the old lady, I'm going to come at him and stand in front of him and say, "You want to tell me who you are?"
Yeah, I think that narrative is going to happen in a bit, though, because people are going to come over. Emergency responders are going to be in the terminal.
You're dropping out. You're dropping out.
Yeah, can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
The emergency responders in the terminal are going to come and grab the lady from him, but that's going to be a couple of turns, right? That's not going to be like in this phase. But you will get a chance to kind of not interrogate him, but at least talk to him, okay?
Yeah. Just make sure if he tries to boogie out, I'm staying on him.
Okay, so he is not, in any kind of way, he's not going to try to boogie away. He actually probably wants to talk to you, too.
Okay.
Okay, so that is
there you go.
Yours. We are post 12. If anybody needs recoveries. Wild Thing, I assume you're just holding and waiting on him because it's going to take a little bit of time. You can also hear explosions behind you in the plane being attacked. I don't know if that changes your motivations, but the plane is still under attack.
She frowns because I think that the woman was unconscious in the plane, and this guy, who obviously shows some amount of powers, is here. Max, are you back yet? She says over the comms.
No. You sent me partway across town.
No, I just told you to drop her off with the medical people on the outside of the airport. Never mind.
You're going to start giving commands. You better start being directive. Otherwise, shut up.
Back day, taking no flack.
There's still explosions going on in the ship.
Then I guess you should fix that.
I'm busy right now. Is anyone else around?
Yeah, so you've got Cypher, and you're Cypher. Are you out there yet, or are you still in the bathroom changing? I think
I would have been out by now.
Yeah.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, so Cypher bursts onto the scene into the terminal in hero identity, and the tan, long-haired, black-haired dude, blonde-haired dude, turns around and says the same, "I'm here and I'll help," and he's going to make his way back out. So, Cypher, are you going to do something?
Sure, I'm going to send Stevie on ahead to take out one of those cannons.
Okay, so that's going to take probably a turn for him or Phase to get over there. Are you going out onto the tarmac, or are you staying up in the terminal?
I think I'll stay up in the terminal to direct my little robot.
Okay, sounds good. The tan, blonde-haired dude is going to turn and run back toward the plane. Wild Thing, are you going to try to block him, or are you going to? He's saying there are more civilians. There are people. They're hurting. They need our help.
I turn and I follow him. What's your name?
He says there'll be time for that right now. We've got to help. He's not. He's not even. He's very heroic in his speech and the sound and the way he talks, but he's not going to give you his name.
Okay. Well, fine then. She says, "Hold on." she's going to grab him and leap for the entrance back into the plane.
He's not going to allow you to grab him, so you're going to have to make another grab by.
Okay. You want to get there faster? Don't fight me.
He's going to take a little bit more to trust.
It's awfully demanding.
I am so... Yes.
Yeah, you're ferocious. Your character's intimidating. He's got to warm up to you.
Still, I rolled badly.
Yeah, so you try to get past, you try to grab him, and as you jump, you can tell he is awfully difficult to put hands on, too.
He's squirrely.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so he's going to run, and you make your way up to the plane.
Yeah, my leap is going to end up on the thing.
Yeah, I'm going to roll.
In the plane.
Let's just see what happens here. Okay, blasts are coming. The plane is just being hit over and over again. People are getting just obliterated. That wasn't a 6, so it doesn't hit anybody inside the plane. Exo, what do you do? Game Night, are you on mute?
Wait a minute, hold a second. Question. You said there was an explosion. Are the explosions on the plane, or is explosions from the guys with the big guns outside
holes in the plane?
They're blowing holes in the plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then my jump wasn't for into plane. It was towards the boom booms.
Okay, so let's...
So this cannot be allowed to continue. So is there a door nearby where I've knocked out Raya?
Yeah, let's say there's lots of exits on this plane.
Okay. So can I get one of those doors open? And my plan is to just pitch her out the door.
Yeah. So what would it be like can you burst through with enough strength to still have your half phase?
I don't have enough strength for that. I'd have to attack it, or I'd have to just open it. So if I use an action to open the door, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be what you do.
I mean, it's got an emergency. I've flown on planes before, and I know how to do the emergency. Pull this lever, turn this knob, and push it open. Right?
Yep. So you're going to take your action to open the door that's nearest you and Raya?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Max.
And then on my next action, assuming the plane, maybe they'll see the door open. If it's possible to open it on the side where the blasts are coming from, so they can see it's opening, then that's what I'd like to do. And then I'm going to throw her out the door.
Okay.
Right onto the tarmac. Whoop.
Oh, that's great. So you will, on your next turn, you'll have her thrown onto the tarmac, and we'll see if that appeases them.
Yep. Sounds good.
Max, you appear back at the airport, and tell us where you appear again.
Probably back near above the airport itself, so I can actually see what's going on.
Okay, so near a control tower kind of area where you can see?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the scene of destruction in front of you. You've been gone for maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and the plane is on fire in multiple sections. Because of the vantage point, you see the black masked person with his kind of arms around an unconscious silver person looking, standing at the edge of a door on the plane that's been kind of just been opened. It's at the back of the plane. The front portions of the plane are under fire, and the cannons are just, opening fire on this plane. Still, Raya de Plata, please, surrender yourself now. If that's, you appear, you see that, you'll get your chance to go on the next turn. Wild Thing, what do you do?
Sorry, hold on. Let me interrupt real quick. I am going to send out radio communications over the quantum network onto the regular radio waves to see if I can tie into the Viper radios. And I'll say, hold your fire, she's coming out.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do a little bit of... Give it just a second.
Well, let's see if they hold their fire, I guess.
Okay, yeah, they succeeded by one. They're not very intelligent, but they've heard their mission goal be announced over the radio. You hear, XO, you hear, someone's on our frequency, but they have Raya. Hold. I don't know what they would sound to say familiar, but cease and fire. And so you hear the kind of whirring down of the cannons for a moment.
Okay, then on my turn, I'm going to land on the plane where I can have easy access to either of these two big boom guns,
okay,
and see what happens next.
Okay.
The agents withheld actions.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
I had taken them out of combat while y'all were in the plane. It's probably good for me to bring them back in the plane, back into play. But actually, we are at our time, and so I'm going to narratively wrap this up and try to get us to kind of a clean ending.
Okay.
The scene that's unfolding is pretty brutal. The Viper agents have stopped their gunfire, but are wanting Raya. They will change their bullhorn speech to hand over Raya unidentified metas and hand over Raya now. And will you hand her over or throw her over? What will you do, XO?
Okay, well, I'll just flop her out the door. She just falls onto the tarmac in a heap.
Yeah.
I hope she can. That's a pretty bad fall.
Yeah, she's super.
That could really hurt somebody.
Yeah, she crumbles into a heap. She's unconscious, still unconscious now for a little bit longer. And I'm going to narrative it out, but if you all want to interrupt with anything, please do, because you all would get turns if we were still in battle. Some of the teams of the Viper agents are going to mobilize to come and get her. And they're very formalized, mobile. They come in, they grab her, they move off, they run off with her, and they're going to load her in a black SUV and take off. But
can I, as Cypher, can I commandeer the vehicle that they put her into?
Is that vehicle?
It's got a computer-based. Most cars do. So.
Yeah, and in this city, it's definitely the case. Yeah, make your technology roll. See if you can do it.
Okay,
you can do it.
I don't have access to any roller at all, so roll 8 die 6 for mind control.
Okay. Do you need to actually roll to hit?
Probably.
Yeah, let's target that. And there is you're far away. They're over here on this side.
Mental powers don't rely on line of sight, so my OMCV is 5.
Okay. So let's see. 2 hit.
DMCV 5.
Yeah, that would actually hit the car. And I don't actually know how you do mind control of a vehicle.
So the total was 35, and so you compare that to the vehicle's
defenses, which should be 0.
Okay.
Unless it's an an AI.
AI.
That's what he said.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, I'll just say you, for quickness of wrapping it up, I'll say you did take over control of that vehicle that they're in. Or are you going to try to do something with it now that you got control of it?
Yes, I'm going to try to control where it goes.
Are you letting the rest of us know what you're doing? At least the rest of us who are part of the team.
So over comms, so after I've garnered control of the vehicle over comms, I'll say, I have control of the vehicle containing Raya. What plans do you want me to do with it?
Socrates, do you advise us to take custody of her? I'm hesitant about leaving her in Viper's custody, to be totally honest. Socrates, EXO.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
I'm not the GM right now.
Yeah, I would say that Socrates would probably say, given what Raya is after and knows, it is not good for her to get into Viper's hands.
Understood.
Can we see into those vehicles?
No, they're very darkly tinted. Very darkly tinted.
Okay, and I believe, if I remember, Max, you said that you cannot teleport an unconscious person, right?
Correct.
Okay, then.
So let's, to wrap it up more quickly, I would say you all are able to subdue those agents, and you would be able to. They're going to continue blasting at the plane, but you all will be able to take them out, right? So if your strategy is take out these Viper agents and then make an escape with Raya, I think that with that you can. And the guy that the tan blonde haired dude will tell you that he needs a getaway. Obviously he's been outed somehow and he needs to get away. Is there any safe place that he can be taken?
Yeah, this time. Don't fight me. And I grab him and leap away with him.
You need to say only if you give me your name.
Yeah, he says
I'm sure if I dangle him off of a skyscraper.
Oh my gosh. He says, my name is Sean Rogers.
Yes, I'm almost certain that would be the answer.
Yeah, so he's appreciative. He takes your hand. You all leap away. Cypher, you've got control of this car. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna there are Viper agents in it, so.
I thought we were taking out the Viper agents inside the car.
Okay, yeah. So eventually, you all would have been able to take them out as well. So you all have a Viper vehicle. Are you going to take it, or are you going to somehow, prevent?
Yeah, we're gonna take it.
That's awesome.
I will shut down the any systems that it has for any of its tracking systems that it has in it. I will turn those off. I will have the Viper agents believe they're going the right way by having their GPS show them going the way they want to go. Whereas in fact, if they look out the window, they'll see they're not going where they want to go. But
most people don't pay attention to that.
Exactly. Well, the GPS says we have to turn right here, but it's not supposed to be right here. Okay.
That's great. Just because it's funny, I'll say you succeeded on that. So you take the car to some abandoned area. You all are able to get Raya out. We can just talk through what do you do with Raya? She's unconscious. The agents are in the car. I assume you all knock them unconscious when you get the car where it's going.
I'll set Stevie on him.
Yeah, see, he stuns them repeatedly and abuses them in the car. What do you do with Raya, and where do you take Sean?
Okay, so I think we should have a holding place where we can bring people where we want to talk to them that has nothing to do with our base at Homestead?
I'm taking him to my operations. I'll blindfold him so he can't see where he's going or how he gets there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to actually tell the rest of you where to go to meet her, and she'll bring you guys there as well. She is.
And that's where I'll bring Raya.
Yeah, she's not going to blindfold you guys.
Oh,
one thing she's got to do is, show you the trust that she expects you to show her.
That's awesome. So you all have Raya and Sean, Raya unconscious, Sean not, at your operations Wild Thing. XO has apparently has gotten Tia off the plane safely. Lots of other people have been killed in this attack. XO, I mean, opportunity to wrap what you do as you get away with Tia.
I quickly change back out of the mask and suit before she wakes up.
Yeah.
And then I'll get her to a hospital to get checked out.
Okay, that's cool. So I think that's a good... Max, you're back on the scene, but I assume you would have traveled with the rest of the group to Wild Things group place for any potential interrogation of Raya?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Does anybody have anything else that they're wanting to say or do before we give out experience and be done for the day? Okay, Cypher.
Sounds like you had a fun game.
Yeah. Cypher, you, I will say you will get at least a session point, but not more than that. You didn't really get to participate very much. For the others, find out what the connection is between Rogers. Is this the real Sean Rogers? You would know that now. He will tell you that he is the real Sean Rogers and he's been in Mexico in hiding. But I will say you're going to have to do a little bit more chatting to get more from him.
Yeah, to get the because I'm sure there's the actual thing is, what do you have to do with your brother? And well, why were you in Mexico hiding? And you have superpowers.
Yeah. That's I think that's going to be maybe we'll wrap in just a second with a neat thing. XO, you were heroic. You saved Tia. You didn't compromise your ID, so you get your goal point, the session point. Max, to determine what's actually going on with this bounty hunter. I think you would find that out in the interrogation. That's going to happen, and what's about to happen. So I'm not gonna. It's not necessarily possible to get that goal in this session, but I think it's just expected that you're about to. I think that means for Wild Thing, XO, and Max, I'll say 3 XP, 1 for session, 1 for character, 1 for collective. Good work, just good roleplay altogether. As you all are talking with Sean, Sean seems so interested, more interested in Nathan. And he tells you that's his brother. And he will go into a long explanation of things. He will ask you all first before he's explaining, why he's come back. And he'll ask you all, who are you all? What are you doing? Why were you all there? In the time of the vanishing, no heroes stand forward. I'm even ashamed of myself that I haven't. But what brings you all to the forefront? What gives you the courage to stand forward and face Viper?
Gotta crush the snake's head.
Anybody else want to say anything that tells him who you're with and what you're doing?
The world is tired of what has happened and has sent me to deal with it.
Wait a minute.
Single-handedly. Are you all a team, or what? Or you seem to be working together? What
Apparently not.
What group are you all with?
Well, I don't think we have a name yet, do we?
No. we don't.
We're the new champions.
We're,
What Socrates called us.
we're Safer and Associates.
So you say that. You say new champions and Socrates. And that peaks as you can see his eye and ear. Champions. Socrates. Are the champions still here? Is Socrates still here?
You know
No and yes.
You know of Socrates?
He says, and he seems ashamed. He seems frustrated that he's been away. I've been away too long. Socrates is still here. The champions, are they still here? I don't think. How could they be?
No, that's why we are the new champions.
He says to you all, it's been too long, and I've been in hiding for these 3 years. But I made it away from Primus as it was being taken over. I think I'm the only Silver Avenger left.
Oh.
We'll end it there. Thank you all for playing. It was a lot of fun. I hope you all had a great time.
Yeah.
Well done.
Do we have any means of connecting with XO?
I don't think you did. He went to hospital away. I mean, Socrates probably could because of the radio connections and the way that he used the quantum world. He may be able to do that. I assume so. But you all didn't, as far as I know.
Okay.
Did I hear him talk on the? I heard him talk on the radio, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like on the Viper radio.
Well, yeah.
Or on the dark comms.
On the Viper radio. I kind of like him. I hear radio.
Right.
Yeah, so you would have heard him, but you didn't have a way. I think the only person that has that kind of skill level would be Socrates. Maybe you, Max, can also reverse connect with tech skills. I don't know how your powers work that way. But you're going to have to make an effort to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think, sorry.
I have him
It
on
wouldn't be-
camera.
It's not automatically onto the darker web, so just open radio is what he's got.
Okay, guys. Thank
I
you all.
got him on camera, so I do a facial recognition and do a search, citywide search to find him.
He wears a dark mask covering the whole time. It's like a pullover. You wouldn't have been able to see.
Okay, well, I have body type, I have voice. We'll see what we can do for that.
You gotta see what you can sniff
But
out.
he also took her to the hospital. Did he take her to the hospital in disguise, or did he?
He did.
Disguise.
He did in disguise, and his voicing is kind of Game Night. Am I right? Your voicing is kind of warbled. At least in the last time you talked, it was.
Yeah, it's muffled kind of.
Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. Confident that the main GM will not meta this. She's going to set people on the girl. He seemed to have been real concerned about her.
Oh, but would you have known that?
So-
Would you have seen him? I don't know that you would have, because he didn't really say that out loud. And no one saw her. No one saw him get her or anything like that.
Everybody was gone from the plane by then.
No. Didn't you say, one, he was calling for her when he was on the plane, and two, he left with her, carrying her unconscious body?
He actually never spoke her name out loud. He was thinking, where is she? Where's Tia? I got to say Tia. But he just found her, checked her pulse, and then went after the villain. And then during the chaos of the Viper leaving and everything, he got the girl and left the plane, and then changed back into his normal gear and took her to the hospital.
Right, and my surveillances would have picked that up. My surveillances would have picked you up coming out of this plane with the girl's body. Heck, would have picked you going into the plane with the girl's body.
I think our session's over, and we can hash through that. Again, a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll pick up in the chats.
Yeah, but
Thanks
I
again
mean,
for running.
yeah. Thanks tons.
Y'all take care.
We could always, we could talk it out and figure out how if it worked or not.
Yeah, sounds good. Y'all take care.
I'm gonna relax before my next game. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
And happy holidays, all that.
You too.
All right. Take care.
Happy New Year's.